Hey everybody, welcome back to the Random Chats with Cambel podcast. My name is Cambel Marley, and today I'm going to be talking about the Pixar theory made by John Negroni. In this episode, I'm basically just going to be giving you an overview of what the Pixar theory is and what my thoughts, opinions on it. And in the description below, I'll also be linking the website that I found all this information on, and I'll be linking some videos about it if you want to do any further research or whatever, because I don't think I'm going to explain it the best full in detail way, but I'm just going to be giving a little summary of what it is and how everything's connected. And just so you know, all these Pixar movies in the theory are made by Pixar after 1995, so that's Toy Story, Brave, Cars, Ratatouille, all that stuff, and also some of the Pixar movies now apply to it. Oh, and I forgot to explain this too. So the Pixar theory is basically a theory that all the Pixar movies are sort of interconnected and they follow one after another in a timeline. So the first thing that he says is that Brave is seen as the last and the first movie on the timeline. So I don't know if that makes sense to literally anybody, but it's basically saying Brave starts all of this and Brave ends all of this, and it just I guess reoccurs. I don't really know. Okay, so as you guys know, in Brave, the main character, Merida, the one with the orange hair, she basically figures out that there's magic and she can turn her mom into a bear or whatever, and the magic is coming from a witch, right? And we'll see, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be shocked by who the witch is. You're literally gonna flip out. Okay, so then after Brave, we find out that animals are starting to get smarter on their own, and they can talk and everything, and the same thing is happening to AI, which is artificial intelligence. So basically this whole thing is quote unquote a power struggle, like it says here, between humans, animals, and machines. So then all this animal chit chat goes on to Ratatouille and Up, because of the dogs that can talk, all that stuff. Finding Nemo, all those types of movies. And then he explains how Up is takes place after Toy Story by proving the stuff on Andy's wall in Toy Story 3, but all this stuff is kind of irrelevant to the point that I'm talking about now, but yeah. And then we get into this thing called By and Large. It's basically a company, and it's in a bunch of Pixar movies like WALL-E, Toy Story 3, Nemo, all this stuff. Humans are starting to recognize that animals are talking, and that they're forming this little network. And even in Finding Dory, or Finding Nemo, it says here, they're just explaining how Dory, her short-term memory loss or whatever, is a result of her not being as advanced. So maybe she was just a little behind, I don't really know. And then people are saying that Dory, even though she wasn't the brightest character, she started to get smarter throughout the movie when she was communicating, reading, blah blah blah, which just proves that they were getting smarter behind the scenes. And then after that, it gets into The Incredibles about how the AI or artificial intelligence, machines and stuff, are starting to kill people, just starting all this havoc and trouble, blah blah blah, superhumans, crazy. And yeah, and then he starts to get into the question why would machines even want to get rid of humans? Nothing really happened. But then we come into Toy Story and we see how humans are treating these little toys and everything, and how they basically hate the humans. Well, not hate them, but just have some beef with them. And then that just goes on for a while. They're talking about Toy Story, blah blah blah, the toys are really nothing without them. And then it starts to talk about how the animals are trying to stop the humans, but then who's gonna save the human? And that's the machines. We know that the machines win against the animals, I guess, because there are no animals left on Earth in Cars. Do you see any animals in Cars? That is kind of scary. So, and then we see all these other movies with machines, WALL-E, all this stuff, and how humans are especially lazy in WALL-E. So obviously they're not dead. Well, yeah, they're not dead, I don't think. Yeah, no, they're not dead. They're just super lazy. I'll put a screenshot of the humans in WALL-E on the screen, or at least I think that's WALL-E. I don't know. I've never really watched it, but. And then we just get more into cars, how By and Large is affecting the cars, different types of oil, more stuff about WALL-E. And then it says, during the end credits of WALL-E, we see a shoe that contains the last of plant life, and that will go into a tree. So, and people say that that's the tree in a bug's life. Nobody really knows though. And after that, I guess it's just Bug's life again. I guess this whole thing is starting up again. It's kind of scary because it just ended, and then blah 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 blah. And then there are mini series, I guess, like Newt, whatever this is. I think that's just a mini series. I don't think it's actually like part of it, but I think it's just like a stepping stone or whatever. Then after that, the monsters come out of nowhere from Monsters Inc. And there's a little note here that says, where did they come from? And they say that they're probably like evolved animals, which I guess makes sense because they sort of have like animalistic features. Well, is animalistic even a word? I don't know. But like, as you can see, this little rascal Randall, I forget his name, the purple slimy guy that is in Monsters Inc. He has like a lizard type face, so that actually sort of makes sense. And then after that, we get to how the monsters are like trying to scare the humans and all of this and that. You can even see a connection between Bugs Life and Monsters Inc. here, between the two vans, which is actually scary because it's basically the same exact thing, but we're just not going to talk about it, I guess. And then after that, we get to Boo. Okay, this is the most important part, guys. Basically, you guys know, Boo is the little girl in Monsters Inc. She's so innocent, she's so happy, such a great child, whatever. And basically, she is the witch from Brave. Yeah, I know, I was shocked when I figured this out too. But basically they say Boo is the witch because she figures out how to like time travel to Sully, and even in Monsters Inc. she was like kitty when she was talking to Sully, whatever. And basically she can like figure out how to use these doors to go back in time. And as you can see, even in Brave, there's a drawing in the workshop that she has, and literally that's Sully, don't even tell me any differently. And she's carving things from like the Pixar movies. There are a lot of like Easter eggs, and basically she's carving that. So how would she even know what it looks like if this has taken place like in the past? So obviously she was doing something, but she just keeps going back and forth, I guess. Don't know. Yeah, and it's crazy because this theory has like gone on forever, and these Pixar movies are still being like theorized, if that's even a word. But like The Good Dinosaur, Inside Out, Finding Dory, these all fit into the same theory, and it's just really crazy because like, how does that even happen? Because they're all in the same universe and everything. And I'm just wondering, like, how is somebody even so smart to like figure that out? Because I've been watching Pixar movies for so long, and I just never like connected the dots, I guess. So I don't know if he got this from somewhere or if this is just originally his, but he said at the beginning that he watched the video that like introduced like this theory to him, but that wasn't all the way in 2012, and even then that's just so confusing to me. But anyway, yeah, I just think it's a really interesting theory, and I just thought it'd be fun to make a video about because I have nothing else better to do. And sorry if you heard like raining in this video because it's raining outside. It's literally storming, but hopefully you guys like understood what I was saying, if that even makes sense. But like I said, I'll link some other videos and stuff in the description if you guys want to research any more. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and you guys can even talk to me in the comments if you want. I'm always here. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.